So, the other day, I saw an article that said that the CEO of Coca-Cola was threatening to pull all of his funding support, however it was worded, from the Super Bowl if Bad Bunny performed. And I went and did a little tiny bit of digging, and it's apparently they say that this particular quote is not true, and that the Coca-Cola whatever dude never said this. And so I continued reading the article that I looked it up in, and they said that Bad Bunny apparently has stated that he avoids or skips or doesn't do or doesn't book or whatever certain tour stops in America because he doesn't want his shows raided by ICE. And it really brought me to this point of it blows my mind how people are trying so hard to make this whole immigration thing something other than what it is. Like, the levels and the lengths that people are willing to go to sidestep the actual issue is mind-blowing to me. The issue being that there are people who are inside the borders of the United States and they don't have a legal right to be here. That's just the end of the conversation. There's zero debate about this. If you don't have proper documentation and paperwork, you don't have a legal right or entitlement to the country or any of its amenities. And it amazes me that people think that just because you made it here, that you get all the treatment of the people who earn their way in. And mind you, these are the same people that will go and complain when they see somebody swimming in their subdivision swimming pool and they don't know if they live in the neighborhood or not. That's who these people are. These are the same people that will work in a hotel and go and police the tennis courts to make sure that everybody who's playing has a room. These same people will then turn around and be like, well, if they're here now, then they have every right of a tax-paying American citizen. And the thing that really struck me with the Bad Bunny situation is I've never heard of, and I mean, I could be wrong. I'll admit that. I could be wrong about this, but I've never heard of any other artists talking about how they don't do certain tour stops. Specifically because they don't want illegal migrants to potentially get arrested at their show. Oh, well, that's because nowhere else has they had the problem of ICE raids just happening everywhere. Nah, it's not that. It's because they go and do their job and they don't care, or their citizens just don't go off and break into countries and try to live there for free, or live there without getting their proper documentation. Like, this doesn't happen. Like, that's the reason you're not gonna catch a BTS, Boa, Jungkook, or anybody else from over in the K-pop scene or Asia worrying about that, because when people come over from Asia, they usually have proper documentation. Like, they do it properly. Like, but you will see this from like a Bad Bunny because he's, to my understanding, from a community where you can't say that. So it's crazy to me that so many people want to sidestep the actual issue. And the actual issue, once again, for those in the back, that's a little bit, just don't pick up as quick, comprehension skills, drug down, a little weighted down. In order to be an actualized or actual or legal citizen in the country of America, and pretty much every other country on the planet, by the way, you have to be born there or you have to go through an immigration process. That's just how it works. And if you don't, then you don't have any legal right or claim to be there. It's that simple. So if you just walk across a border and then you're in another country, it don't mean that you get to stay indefinitely because you like that country better than the one you came from. It don't work that way. And again, example I used earlier, if you pay rent at an apartment complex and they have a pool, you get to use the pool. If you don't pay rent at the apartment complex, you have no rights to the pool. It's not a complicated concept to figure out. I don't know why y'all make it difficult, but I think it's because y'all want this to be the hill you die on so you can feel like you're a super protester and advocate and all this other stuff, but you just make yourself look stupid because you don't understand, or at least you seem to not understand, basic chains of events, especially when it comes to legalities. You have to go through the process. It's not even that hard. I grew up in a densely immigrated community area, so it's like I've seen it my whole life. It's not that hard, but you being lazy and you fail for the whole thing that the last administration put in place to just flood people in here, and now time's up. Just the way it goes. So again, like, you know, the thing with the halftime show, whatever, don't care. I don't even watch it. I don't watch. I stopped watching the NFL when they expressed non-verbally how they felt about the primary base of all their players. But this whole thing of trying to find ways to defend ICE, y'all can do it, but it makes you look dumb when you do. That's all I'm saying. So once again, it's been drive time. I'm out.